Ladies and gents, boys and girls, this is Full Gun Fall 4 coming at you. We are playing Ghost Extinction, a you know, a throwaway at this point of the Call of Duty's extra survivor modes. And anyways, continuing on with my little like what if and gaming news and just a series where we chit chat about whatever is going on. And I must say it's honestly quite interesting, as yesterday my first recording went up where I'm just simply talking about one of my many passionate fandom, and I was saying, you know, it's obviously about Ben 10, and for those who don't really know what Ben 10 is, it's a, you know, the franchise is about a kid that can transform into different aliens using an alien device. The classic series starts out where he's a kid and he's learning the abilities and he's growing into being a superhero, and the choices that comes with it, and the problems of, you know, living in the world and being introduced to all these alien threats and everything. Very awesome series. And we get to see in the next part of the series, it's called Alien Force. He's a little older, he had time away from having the power and just wanted to live like a normal life, and gets thrust back into being the alien hero, and with new aliens that he's used to, that he's not used to, and you know, he again has learning curves, and joins reoccurring characters like his grandpa and his cousins, and actually his arch nemesis becomes a friendly, a loyal friend, like teammate, a brotherhood, you know, like just. It was a good series. It was really good. It was an animated cartoon, but it had enough. It had enough of a where everyone. It was good for anyone to watch. Like if you're into superheroes and whatnot, it's for you. It wasn't just down to like a kids show. It was really well done. Had plot holes here and there maybe, but overall really done well. It would continue on to have another show in said series, and then where again he gains different abilities or whatever, and different aliens, and then when that ended, they kind of took the series in a different route. They let's see, they kind of like redid the artwork and things about like that, and it really kind of went downhill from there. It kind of split the fandom. I personally don't care for, it's called Omniverse. I've watched a bit here and there just for, you know, just for the fact that it was Ben 10, and you know, but I really didn't like a lot that the direction they took the series. However, you know, it has its high, it has its low. And then sadly they went into a different approach when they wanted to end that series, and they took it into more of a reboot kids style show, and sadly that it just really killed any hopes of having for pleasing anyone. It really, like, we went from a kids show slash like a kid show that had enough for adults to kind of watch and appreciate. And it had like dark theme. It handled a lot of different things. There was moments where you could be like, where you could have thought that someone died, or you know, things about it. Like, you know, people actually, there was aliens that died in the show. But I feel like the kids reboot version kind of really destroyed the momentum. Anyways, the point I'm trying to say is I did up a video talking about, you know, I would love for a video game, a proper series to come to life where it was free roam, or, you know, really great level input, you know, a lot of money went into it, graphics awesome, voice acting awesome, you know, just top notch. You know, like the same love and care and money, obviously, sadly, like you do need a lot of money. But the same amount that goes into series like the Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, Gears of War, Grand Theft Auto, all these other series, you know, obviously a lot goes into them. And I was talking about how we are in such a weird age of video games where, you know, everything looks really good. Like, we live in the time where graphics is one of the best it can ever be. Oh my goodness, I'm almost out of ammo. Holy smokes. What in the world? Okay. I need ammo. Anyways, holy smokes. Okay, dive there, alien. I think I can put down, yeah, there we go. There we go, alright. Yeah, so, you know, we talk about Ben 10 becoming a series, like a big video game, even talked about how it would draw in a lot of money for whoever owns the IP. I do believe it's Warner Brothers, I could be wrong. But, you know, it would give them a lot of money. They could release, you know, DLC for new aliens, with new story missions or whatever, and people would pay, you know, a decent price for, given how, you know, the size of content being released, you know. Anyways, I also, when it, you know, I could see Ben 10 being an awesome live action TV series, you know, dealing with like an adult, you know, a futuristic world. Ben 10's older, you know, just a lot. I always like to take, you know, imagine these type of scenarios. And anyways, so in doing this and talking about, you know, I think it was like 20 minutes or something of a video, I upload said video, and then not like 2 days later, I'm on, you know, just scrolling through my YouTube feed and just, you know, watching whatever I watch, and come across Fortnite releasing a trailer for none other than Ben 10. And so I wanted to make a follow-up video where I chat about why that is super amazing and important to Ben 10, you know, fandom. we... Oh my goodness. Trying to do the challenges as well as talk and whatnot, and it's just not going my way. But anyways, so yeah, I wanted to make a follow-up video because this is quite honestly pretty big news. Now so far what we could gather from the trailer is your Ben 10 or Gwen with her alien powers. Spoiler alert for all those that don't have a clue about Ben 10. And yeah, you play as Ben 10, and I'm not big on Fortnite, but I know it's a battle royale, and you get to use cartoon characters or like different cosmetic skins. I know that they do games like crossovers, and there's you know, just different. I know they do like a they branched out, I know, but again, I don't play Fortnite, so I can't really tell you a whole lot besides, you know, the odd things I've seen about it. However, in saying that, watching the trailer, you can see that you play as Ben 10 or Gwen, and oh, get off the grill, man. There we go. Oh my goodness, get off my grill. And you can, when you're Gwen, you use her alien powers, and I assume the you know, magic abilities that she possesses. She's just for as a bit of a little history lesson. Gwen is sort of what's the closest character? She's sort of like Scarlet Witch and Atomic Eve from the Invincible series. Just for a nice like little idea of her characteristics and power and all that jazz. So inbound. Okay, I'm waiting for the helicopter, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, we'll definitely do this. There we go. Perfect. So, in saying that, and then as Ben 10, you play and you turn into two different aliens as of right now. That unless they gather. Unless the trailer, you know, just wanted to showcase two different aliens. But there will be more, maybe, hopefully, down the line. And those aliens were Heat Blast, which is a, you know, kind of like, think of like Ghost Rider and without the bike and stare, but like the faint flaming skeleton. He's made of molten lava and, you know, can go supernova. And the second of all things is Alien X, which is basically a godlike creature. Ben uses him when all else fails, and he has the power of making anything happen in the universe. Even saving it from, you know, he can stop a nuke from happening, or the, you know, all destruction. So, pretty interesting, in the, I guess what I'm trying to say is the choices of aliens to put into such a crossover. Again, like Alien X is an alien that has the power to do pretty much everything. There is drawbacks, but they're sort of, you know, not the biggest. Like they are, but they're not, depending on what point of the story you're in with Ben 10 franchise. So, in saying that, what this could possibly mean is, one, they just are looking into an old IP and, you know, just somehow put in a, you know, into the game and was allowed or whatever. But in the last, I want to say 3, 4 years, there's been quite the amount of Ben 10, like, us as fans have kind of put in the work for our love. Like, you know, there's so many different fandoms. You can go on YouTube and there's you know, different IP, you know, where they're making their own characters, their own, like, somehow animated videos. With the use of AI now, there's even that, like, where people are, you know, making quick little shorts with AI. So there's a lot involved. There's a lot of love being put into the Ben 10 series and fandom and all that. And another thing, I know there is, like, a fandom. There's some fan that's making his own video game. There's a new comic coming out by, like, professionals, and I think that's actually coming in around the next, I think, in May. So I mean, that's a big thing in itself. And, you know, we have a YouTuber group that's making their own comic series, and sort of like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's basically like a motion picture, but, like, not like full-on motion picture, but like, but they're making their comic into a YouTube video, and with voice actors from the original cast. Highly impressive. I could not imagine the amount of work that's gone into it. The love is there. It's amazing. And it keeps it definitely helps in making, you know, the love of Ben 10 stay alive. So in saying that, getting back into what this means for Fortnite is a big deal. Even though I don't personally play it, I don't really care. I've always played, like, you know, other battle royales, like Apex Legends, and I don't know, just other battle royales. They weren't always my big. I didn't really jump into battle royales as much as other people, but, you know, it is what it is. I can't say I'm a big fan of Fortnite. Never really got into it. Never really, like, just, I've always played other games. But with the time that we have of doing such a video and coming out with a trailer, it was just amazing. It was honestly so amazing to see, and I might actually check it out. I might actually download Fortnite and play it. Just to even bomb around, and even if it doesn't really go anywhere, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. And I honestly can't wait to see, like, people's reactions. I'm looking forward to it. But I want to gather up, like, I want to put it out there what it means, because we're having a new comic come out this month. All right, and this comic is going to be a more serious tone, little horror vibes. Very, very interesting indeed. New designs, everything. Like a lot, you know, they're taking it in a more serious route, and I'm happy for it. I can't wait to read it. Can't wait to, you know, support them. All that jazz. But with Fortnite also jumping in, now they could just do it because the motion pictures is, or the comic is there. But I mean, if the Fortnite numbers, if they really do it, and you know, the big people at you know, at making such important decisions as to what, you know, to put money into and make new games or whatever. I can't carry any more money? That's a weird thing. Anyways, I think what it means is, you know, if Fortnite takes this series and, you know, we see a lot of love go into it, I honestly think that could revive, you know, it would definitely help the comic, but it would also give potentially a reason for them to either make a full-fledged AAA game, which would be awesome, or at the very least another show, either a cartoon or at the very least animated show would be awesome. Or let's see, even though I just did that, I should have. Let's do that. And let's do me. Okay, I already did all my skills. Perfect. Alright. Yeah, so what this means is they could revive the fandom. Show, you know, we could show our support and be like, you know, Ben 10's awesome. And it would show, if all goes well, they could say, look guys, there's money to be put in this, and we would make a lot of money. So we could either see in the next couple years, we could see like a, you know, trailer going down for a live action Ben 10 movie, show, whatever. You know, hopefully a lot more serious tones. A lot more money go into it with, like, you know, than what the movies have had in the past and what the games have had in the past. Oh, it'd be so awesome. Or like I said, what would be awesome in the time that we have now, where we have games like Red Dead, we have Assassin's Creed, we have, like, you know, all these different games that are really good to play, really awesome. I mean, look at Red Dead 2. Really awesome graphics, really awesome cowboy story, you know? So I could totally see us having a Ben 10 game come to life. We live in the age also where you know, Marvel's done really well for themselves. Well, at least before Endgame, they were doing really good for themselves. Oh, come on. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we live in a time where obviously superheroes have done really good in making live action movies successful. It shows us that whoever's in charge just has to, one, know what they're putting out and have the love for it. Oh my goodness. Okay, okay. Holy smokes, guys. Holy smokes. We're almost dead. We're almost dead. So much acid. So much bombs going off. Oh my goodness. Heal up, heal up. Oh my goodness. Heal up, heal up, heal up. Alright, there. I think we're good. Nope, still a couple aliens left. So yeah, we could see a full-fledged AAA game come about where, you know, dozens of aliens are in it, turn into different aliens with different attributes, and, you know, potentially have your own aliens. You know, the sky's the limit, in all honesty. There's no, like, it could be really done to perfection, and it would make the developers money, it would make the producers or big heads at whatever company tons of money. You know, like, it all matters. All that matters is, you know, they do it in such a way that gives us, the fans, what we need to see, the love, the tender care, and the revitalization of it, you know? Like, we just want to see, you know, the thing that we grew up on back in the, like, bigger leagues of, you know, of, I want to say importance, but that's not really, like, just a major, we just want to see our thing that we love grow, basically. I'm surprised that I'm doing this well in this game. I haven't really, I've played this off and on, I've never really gotten this far. So, and, you know, it's just truly amazing that we have this opportunity to see where things go. And maybe Fortnite's just doing it, and, you know, everything comes and goes, and, you know, there's no real big revive of such thing, but it would be cool. Oh my goodness, okay. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Wow. I can't believe I've gotten that. Surviving so far. Anyway, so yeah, guys, like I said, this, I just made a video where I was just wanting to chit chat about something I personally grew up on and love, and would love to see it come full circle into like a big time video game. I know there's other video games out there, and I've played some of them, but, you know, they were just like your simple buy-in games, you know? And now we have a chance where, you know, it could be a serious series. And that would be just one of the coolest things ever. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope I have time. Like, I'm definitely going to look into it and play Fortnite just for the Ben 10. And I will be also checking out the comic book. I can't remember at this time what it's called, but I just know it's like more leaning into serious horror, tone. So I mean that itself is going to be amazing. And like I said, I can't wait to see it come to life. Oh my goodness, this is a crazy wave. This is a long, like, time to kill this plant. This is the longest it's died thing. Died. Oh my goodness. Holy smokes. Alright. Anyways, guys, this is, I think this is where I'm gonna wrap up the video, and we'll catch you in the next one.